Hey everyone, Jim Phoenix here, and boy am I excited for this next What's Cracking. We've got none other than our crack writer, Zeth Martinez, as he takes on and interviews Stefan and Gino from Elevator Game on Shudder. All this and more in the next What's Cracking. Hit it.
Hello, this is Zeth from What's Kraken, and I'm here with Gino Anania and producer Stefan Brunner from Elevator Games. This meeting is being recorded. Got it. And this comes out September 15th on Shudder. Anything that you want to correct there? Everything I said accurate?
Yeah, sounded okay to me.
All right, perfect. All right, perfect. Well, thank you guys for joining. How have you been? How are you fine people?
Good.
Good.
Very good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, happy.
All right, wonderful. And I bet excited because the movie's coming out soon.
Very excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
No, been long waiting for this.
All right.
Been a journey, yeah. So it's nice to actually see come out.
Yeah.
Well, tell
Yeah,
us a
the
little bit. Go on. Sorry.
No, go.
No, tell us a little bit about that journey. So there was a long road ahead to get here.
But yeah, I mean, we started with picking up the screenplay in late 2019, and we were on a fast track to move this into production rather efficiently. Then COVID came.
Mm.
And that sort of put everything on pause for like 2 years. So that's why the journey was a bit longer than we had anticipated. But we finally got it into production last year in May. And a year and 3 months later, here it is finally. It's always, it always takes longer than one wants to, right?
Understood. Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, let's start off with Gino. Now, you play Ryan Keaton. You mind telling us about this character?
Yeah. So Ryan came to me, I think 2022. I believe. Yeah, it's 2023 now. So late 2021, early 2022. And he's a little bit awkward. He's shy. He's an outcast compared to all the other characters in the group, and especially with his sister going missing. His sister was and is his best friend, at least I found. But he was so much fun to play and so much fun to be for when we were shooting, and very relatable as well. Which is great. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then Stefan, what do you hope that horror fans get out of Elevator Game coming into it?
Well, honestly, I'm personally an enormous horror fan myself.
Yes.
I want them to watch it, and I want them to have fun watching it, and just get a kick out of it. It was meant. It was made for that. It was made to be scary,
Mm-hmm.
and deliver some rather shocking moments. And I just want to have fun. I always felt that the most satisfying horror experiences for me is when I just want to stand up, clap, and be super happy.
Absolutely.
So that's if they do that, then I'd be like ecstatic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I think you were getting into really what resonated with you and the characters. So if you want to continue on that path.
Yeah, totally. It was just like, especially when I worked on Ryan, it was day in and trying to figure out that one thing that was making him go forward, like through the whole story and what I could connect to too. And a lot of it was having his sister as like a best friend, and then imagining losing your best friend or losing your sister in general, and not believing that she's gone, and not coming to terms with the grief and the loss of that, whether she's gone or not, or just trying to connect to that, and yeah, just knowing that as sappy as it is to say, my sister is one of my best friends. So
Absolutely.
it was easy to connect to, and then it was just fun playing like the socially awkward and the kind of like anxious and not fully committing to not for Gino but for Ryan, what he's trying to say and what he wants to say. But it was so much fun, yeah, just connecting to that, and then finding it felt like a key, unlocking the lock, and then being like, okay, now we're gonna have fun. Now it's gonna be free on the day when we're filming and doing that. And it was just fun. After I got there the first day, it was just like a snowball, and we started playing and we started being creative and finding all these things together. Yeah, it was so much fun, and seeing the other characters too and working off them and playing with them was fun.
Absolutely. Wonderfully put. And Stefan, I read a little bit of your mission statement for Fearworks, and I was really fascinated by sort of combining the legacy of classical horror and sort of adding in sort of that modern cultural and diversity setting. So how do you feel Elevator Game achieves that mission statement?
Is it? I mean, is it fully what we wanted to really drive home that diversity aspect? Probably not, but we are very happy with it as a first step toward that. We are very happy that we found one of the few female horror directors that are working in the genre. We have a still rather diverse cast, and in that respect, and of course we are dealing with an internet urban legend that originated in East Asia, Korea or in Japan. It's not super clear, but what we definitely will keep doing, we will keep pushing that. I think for us it was always the horror genre for the longest time felt like straight white men's genre. It's like in terms of the filmmakers who delivered horror in the past, and that has been changing in recent years, and we feel, you know, we really wanna push that even further, and it's not something we want to do because Hollywood tells us that we need to be more diverse. I believe strongly that the coolest horror stories, untold stories, you know, can be found in parts of the world that are not on most Americans' radar, like the Middle East and Asia, South America. There's so many stories to be told from these parts of the world that can still be told in a very contemporary, very like in a way that it's still very accessible for Western audiences. And you do that with the right diverse cast and crew. I think you really have gold on your hands. So that's what we set out to do, and that's what we want to keep doing.
Absolutely. And Gino, knowing that this is an urban legend, did you know that going in? Did that influence your performance at all?
I did know that going in, which made me a lot more attracted to it, and then reading up on it and seeing where it originated from, I was just completely attracted to it. As for performance sake, and did it change anything? Maybe a little bit, but I kind of approached this how I would as an actor, and how I usually approach other performances. But reading up on it and doing the research on the game and where it came from, that was probably what affected it the most.
Absolutely. And Stefan, the other elements to your mission statement, from what I see, is that legacy of classic horror, sort of evoking that creativity and ingenuity, I imagine. So, where do you feel? How do you feel you achieve that in an elevator game and through Fearworks itself?
Again, I think we're off to a good start
Yes.
with Elevator Game. You know, if the first movie or after you've set up company is always a bit of a challenge on so many different levels.
Absolutely.
I think we did a fine job. But again, same as diversity, this is something we'd really like to keep pushing for. You know, as we move into our next projects.
Understood. And Gino, what out of all the shots that you can talk about, sort of what was the most rewarding experience in terms of a scene or a performance that you can bring up, I suppose?
Wow. Just so you just like because it was a year and a half ago filming, everything just started flooding back in of just scenes and shots because there's so many that pop out, especially through what we filmed. Oh man, I loved our first week of filming. I think 3 days in, when we filmed, I was finally introduced to the fifth floor woman for the first time, and that was so cool seeing her on set and seeing her just around set because how it's like laid out. It you cross paths with different actors and different stuff like that, but seeing her for the first time just on set and around set was cool to see what she looked like for the first time ever.
Absolutely, that makes perfect sense. The monster
It
really
was,
makes the
and,
film.
and sorry, and I just want to add and see her in full makeup and see her move. She is Samantha Hollis. She's like, I mean, she is an impressive lady in terms of what she can do with her body. And when you see that for the first time in full makeup, that is something.
Yeah, I remember eating lunch, and I was just eating lunch like this, and I look up, and I just see her, and I'm like, okay, I'm not hungry anymore. This is terrifying.
That's always a good sign.
There's so many great scenes that I fell in love with. Or you read the script, you fall in love with the script, and then you're there on the day shooting it, seeing what that world looks like, and what your imagination did beforehand versus actually being in it. And yeah, every scene I love so much.
Wonderful.
Maybe that's cliche to say, but yeah, probably seeing the fifth floor woman. That was so cool.
I bet. I imagine that. Well, I do believe we're coming sort of to our natural ends. I know you guys are busy, so any sort of final thoughts that you want to communicate to the audience?
I think people just should go in and have fun. Honestly, that's what it was intended for. So, and then they can play the game afterwards and report back what happened.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, enjoy it. Play the game. Have fun.
Have fun.
Be safe.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for your time. And it's lovely getting to know you people. And again, Elevator Game, September 15th on Shudder. Watch it, view it, see for yourself. All right.
Thanks a lot, Zeth.
Of course. Thanks. You for your time. Both of you.
Bye.